Okay, Itamexkanatoni, good morning. It is Moon Day, June 11th, I believe, 2018. In the last part of the lunar cycle, Apistishkit Satos, the flower moon. And I am recording from down here in the Alexander Wilderness Park on the north end of Lethbridge. I'm down here because I'm intending to come check my camera trap. Yesterday morning I came and set up a camera out here because Saturday evening someone notified me through Facebook that there might be an unusual animal in this downstream area of the city. And so so we're gonna check the camera trap, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. Want to update you for the weekend. I didn't really post any new videos over the weekend, but Saturday I did get a snake call. It was down at the golf course in Paradise once again. And the golf course has kept me busy, you know, so far this season, a little bit more than usual. I've had several people, when I've gone, you know, to pick up snakes at their place, they've told me it seems like there's not as many snake calls this year. And because they're following the YouTube channel or the Facebook page and what have you, and watching what's going on. But yeah, they were wondering whether or not this year was as busy as last. And so enough people asked me this question that I decided to go back to my data over the weekend, check it out. And so last year, 2017, by the time we were at this point, right, June 10th, June 11th, 2017, we'd had 38 rattlesnake calls, which in itself was very unusual. Like last year was a bumper year for rattlesnake mitigations. I have my ideas about why that is, you know, regarding the squeeze on their habitat and such, in certain areas that we were getting the most calls from. But any case, there were 38 calls before June 10th in 2017, and that's compared to a usual year, a whole season. I might get 60 to 80 typically, until last year. You know, last year by the end of the season I had 170 something calls, I think 173, which is more than double what I usually get. So yeah, last year there were a lot of snakes and people paid notice. So how's things going this year? What's our numbers at? Well, this year we're at 48 calls right now. 48 compared to 38 last year. So despite the perception, we're actually getting more calls, substantially more calls already this year. More calls by 130% or something, right? So yeah, that's how things are going. So I picked up the snake on Saturday. I didn't put out a video about it because for whatever reason my film on my camera only took the part where I was picking up the snake at the golf club, but not my release. I don't know if I failed to hit the record button or just did it wrong or whatever, but I didn't get the release. And then yesterday I had another snake call. This one was back at the canyons, right at the roundabout at Canyon Estates. A snake had been hit on the road, a mature female snake. And I haven't totally finished looking through the database as yet this morning for her, but I looked through about half of it last night, and it doesn't look like a snake who I've encountered before. But we'll see. I got to go through the rest of the database as yet. But yeah, she was dead on the scene, right? So yeah, I did have a couple of snake calls this weekend, and I just got the pickup footage from those, not any of the drop-off footage. So here you go. You've seen it now. Anyway, what's going on down here on the north side of Lethbridge? What's happened is that over the weekend, I think on some point Saturday, there was a sighting in Pavan Park, which is just downstream from here, of a cougar, a mountain lion. And we had maybe 2-3 weeks ago 2 or 3 other sightings just upstream from here at Penaquin Park of the same thing. So there seems to be a big cat in the area, and I was thinking kind of right between the 2 sightings here is Alexander Wilderness Park, and this is a great place, you know, for cats to come and hunt. Like all of these on the kind of the downstream side of Alexander Wilderness Park, there's this great area right in here that I'm entering now, full of berry bushes, and all the deer, you know, come and bed down in here. I can see like sign of deer having been here. You can see that where they were bedding just recently, right here around me. So the deer love it in here, and so my guesstimation is that if we have a big cat in the area, the big cat is going to love it in here too, because this is where his food hangs out. So anyway, I've set up a camera trap overnight. I don't suspect we're gonna get him on film the first day, if ever, right? But I'm gonna sneak back into the brush here and download the footage, and when I get home, we'll check it out and see what we've got. Alright, it's now just past noon, about 1/4 past, and I am in the neighborhood immediately upstream adjacent to the one where I live. I got a call out here. There's a few construction guys building a deck behind somebody's house, something of that order, and they have a snake in their zone on a sidewalk or a path, something like this. They're worried about the snake getting hurt with their traffic. They don't know what kind of snake it is, and they don't really want to mess with it, which is okay, which is good. It's probably going to be a wandering garter snake, but we'll see. We'll go check it out, and whatever it is, I'm going to move it out of the way. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know, like it's kind of in between the concrete and stuff, but we don't really want it going.
Oh yeah.
Into the house. And it's not like huge by any means, but I don't know. I just noticed it, and it has little black diamonds on it. So just watch your stuff here. Wedged in between the concrete there. See it there?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's no like step down yet, so.
Cool. Yeah, it's a little western garter or wandering garter snake.
Is it a garter snake?
Yeah. I'm not going to take this guy too far, obviously. Houses are here, coulees are here. I think this path more or less defines our border. So I'm going to let him go right in here, outside of the border. Find a somewhat stable spot to set up shop here. There he is, waiting to come out. on out. Oh, there you go. Cool. Off we go. It's now 3:45 in the afternoon, getting on the late afternoon, and I got a Magpie fledgling incident at an apartment complex over this way. Sounds like there's a bunch of fledglings out of the nest, but they're being caught up by kids in the apartments, and the kids are torturing them. So there's a resident who grabbed 2 of them, took them in, and I guess one of them has passed away overnight, and the other one's still with her, probably just not getting the, you know, any nutrition and hydration and that kind of thing. Any case, I'm gonna go over there and see if I can. I'll definitely be picking up the one that's in the apartment, and then if I see any others that are in jeopardy there, I'll take care of those as well. Hello. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I heard there were some injured magpie fledglings.
Come with me.
Good to meet you. I'm Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan. So what I did with him is I put him in a little laundry basket, and he seemed to be really dehydrated.
Okay.
And I gave him a little bit of water. He drank a lot, and then I chewed up some shrimp in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Fed it to him, and he took it.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Okay, so it's over here. He's hiding. I'm so glad you're here because I was so worried because tonight the cats are out, right? So
Yeah.
I'll go over on the other side because he keeps going back and forth. So
Okay.
Oh,
okay. He's still on the loose over here.
Yeah, he is. He's
Okay.
Right. No, come here.
Whoop.
I'll show you, right? He's right here. Mama's going to be upset. He's in here. I'll go over the other side to make sure that he hasn't got away.
Okay.
Because I'll take the bird on the other side.
Yeah, he's just on the other side. Okay. Yeah. Yes, yes. Let's see how he looks when he's set straight here. Oh, he's just a little fledgling, huh? Hey, Mama. he looks like a typical fledgling, and he's not wing dragging or anything. You thought he was injured?
Well, definitely, because when he was old, he's much better now.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes. But he can't fly, he can't get up anywhere like the other fledgling.
Yeah, he doesn't have any airborne ability, hey?
See how he goes forward?
Yeah.
So he's looking much better since he drank all the water and had a little bit of food.
Inside one of the buildings now, and I've just picked up a second magpie fledgling from the person who originally phoned me. And she thinks there's probably one or two more that some kids have taken into their apartments. But she doesn't know where they are or anything like that. So I'm going to consider it a success to at least have got two out of the situation. One is dead, we know. There may be others in these apartments, who knows, but at least try to help what I can. It's now 5 o'clock on the nose. I have brought the two magpie fledglings home. I've fed them, they're looking good. I don't think they're gonna be with us long. They're gonna be with us probably a week or two before they're ready to, they're flight capable enough to be out on their own. And I'll just introduce them to a family probably with similar age fledglings, and it's hit or miss, but I can't house them all because they're gonna keep coming. And in fact, right now, we're less than an hour later or so, and I'm on my way across the river to deal with another magpie issue. This one they say is an injured magpie. I'm not sure if it's going to be a fledgling. I wouldn't doubt it. Most of the time for the next month I'm going to be getting fledgling crows, fledgling magpies, and a lot of them are going to be injured from being out on the road for the first time, picking at gophers that are roadkill and this kind of thing, and people just won't slow down for them. I don't know what's wrong with people, but they won't slow down. So anyway, I'm gonna go pick up a third magpie right now. Hey there. Oh, being subject to bread. We'll get you on some real food. Oh, that doesn't look like an injured magpie at all. Okay, let me assess the situation here and see if we got parents around. This is not an injured fledgling. This is just a fledgling. That case was a happy ending. I just talked to the people there and let them know that there's nothing wrong with the bird, that if they're okay with it, he's probably going to be on the ground for 48 hours or so, but he's figuring out how to fledge, and the best thing for him is just to leave him with his parents, and they were okay with that, so that's what I did. I left him in the far playground there. It's a big daycare center, and he's going to be fine. I think what's happening today is that we've had, yesterday we got a really strong wind picking up, almost tornado level winds, and so some of the fledglings that are just starting to poke around outside of the nests are getting blown out of their perches and ending up on the ground, and so I'm getting a wave of magpie calls. But there is other issues that I want to talk about with the treatment of magpies, but I think I'll save that for another video. Anyway, that might be it for the day, or who knows, it's 5:20 now, so anything could come. Here are the two babies. It's a dry one. Yeah, it's a dry food. So what I do with these guys is I give them a high protein puppy kibble that I just let it soak in water till it's nice and saturated with moisture, because they're going to get most of their moisture out of the food. And they are kind of already one of them anyway, is picking at this guy. This guy's the more healthy. This is the guy that wasn't really tortured, right? But he's healthy. He'll eat. Oh, let's try again. Try again. There you go. He'll eat the kibble, and he's actually pulling some out for himself out of the water. So he's going to be good. He's going to be going off really quick. This guy was traumatized a bit more and is less ready to eat, and he seems to be having a few more problems. You want to try some? There you go. Good boy or girl, whichever. I don't know. There you go. Oh, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Get you guys nice and big and strong, hey? Big and strong like you. You guys are going to be out on your own like really quick here. Just got to have a couple of days of learning how to use those wings a better, hey? It's too high wind right now. All right.